Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dorks Daily. The sword is here. Dorks Daily. Here it is. Here it comes. Coming right at you. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
You got your mic on?
Look, we're matching.
Your mic's on.
I think it's on.
Yeah. Even our match, I have Texas A&M on, and she has a Philly.
I got the Phillies on.
Whatever that is.
What do you mean? Tom bought me this shirt, okay? Guys,
It's a good time for baseball.
we're back to work today. Rough day. We're packed. We're slammed.
So
People are
depressing.
calling, coming in. Like, it was a full-blown attack today.
Luckily, they just
Okay.
tinted the barbershop, so the tint's so dark that nobody can see in. So most people, I think, were driving by and like leaving because that like didn't
Yes.
have appointments because they were like, oh, it's because we were booked anyway.
Yeah,
so
while we were
like,
gone, the tint place, No Limits Tint Shop, right next to us, they tinted our windows at the barbershop, so
yeah.
it's like pitch black outside.
And they put ceramic on too, so
Yeah.
it's like keeps all the heat out.
It looks like no one's in there. There's no heat.
No.
It felt glorious this morning because usually it's like 86 when we go in there.
Yeah,
It was only like 78. So that's a big difference. It's good. But guys, because of this day, I had to make myself a watermelon margarita.
with
Thank
Patron.
you. Thank you, Marisol and Michael.
Yeah, did
They got me the
Marisol-
reposado.
She did get you the reposado.
Yes.
I noticed. I was like, was this the añejo or the reposado?
No.
But it's the reposado
Yes.
because you asked her. Because I was like, how did
She
know
asked
to
me
get
what
you
I
the
like.
reposado?
That's what I like,
okay.
the reposado. And yes, so she got me
She's
that, which is
awesome.
fabulous. No one needs to get me anything.
Yeah,
But they did.
Yeah, like,
They insisted, so
they
Yeah.
insisted.
I can't refuse, you know?
She made me.
So,
Yeah, the best
Thank
is
you.
I brought it over and had it on the table, and I went over to see Tex, and by the time in like 20 minutes, this is how the cruise was. And no matter where people were sitting, we just
our group cruise.
congregated. Yeah, there was like 50 of us. We were all sitting around like this is like
Yeah,
one
so
of the
during the
last
day,
days.
we didn't even really need to make plans because for some reason, we like became such a family that everyone just kind of knew where everyone was, just like
just welcome back.
ESP.
Yeah. Well, you know what I started doing because I saw Michael and Steven like when we walked by them,
Yes.
and they were like, "Yo," and they were like right here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yo. And they're like, you're about to walk by us. I'm like,
Well, I'm
but-
never looking. I don't look at who's sitting at tables. I'm
did
looking
on this
straight
cruise.
ahead.
I did on this cruise.
We should.
Because
yeah.
you missed so many people. Like, you
I
walked
know.
by.
I told you before.
And I was like, that person was
I'm in
waving.
my
And then they were
own
in
little-
the group. But I was like, it was like when we first started.
I'm in my own little Shelley world half the time. So I can walk right by you. Literally, you can walk right by me and I could miss you.
I was literally like looking around. You know, we didn't even tell anybody yet. We ran into somebody on this cruise that we like were brought to tears over like a message that they sent us back.
Oh, yes. During
Yeah.
one of the hurricanes.
They're
I
from
forget
Carolina.
which one with the name.
They're from South Carolina.
I don't know,
too.
but she lost like everything. It was really bad.
Yeah, they were putting them in hotels.
They were, what was that place called? Was it Asheville?
Asheville. It's where Dave's family
Was it Asheville?
from. Dave next door to us is
I think that's
Asheville.
where it was. And she just happened to be on the cruise, so
Yeah.
she's going to be in the video.
But yo,
You have a picture with her.
I looked her like I must have saw like when she messaged Michelle, like I looked at the photo.
What's that?
So when I ran into her, she's like, "Hey, I know your channel, you know." I was like, she's like, I was the person that messaged you from Asheville or whatever from Carolina, and I said,
that's where it was.
yeah, but I was like, yo, I know you. I recognized you because I saw your face. And the funny thing is she was like, what she said that really was like kind of hit you, brought you to tears. She said, when she went back to the hotel, she put on one of our videos, and just to get like some normalcy because, and I'm like, wow, can you imagine you turn to our videos for normalcy?
Well, she just wanted
She ain't
some
nuts.
stupidity to get her
Yeah.
through the night.
Yeah.
And we were
But
there.
she made me some money because I see her at the casino.
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
like,
she told us to get off this machine. She's like,
"That machine
get off that
sucks."
machine. We were
Yeah,
like,
because we don't know how to gamble.
okay. Because we
I
have
had
no
like 20
idea.
bucks in there. So I went to the back where we went to do the slot pool, but like a couple over from it. And I hit the bonus. The last two, I was like, I'm going to do the full, like I forget how much it was, but I did the max bet, the last two spins. And
Can you tell them what you've been doing?
I've been watching casino videos on how to gamble.
Jim's been watching casino
Yes,
slot
people
videos.
that are betting less money.
About people who are like low-level bettors, like ourselves.
What machines you should use.
Like maybe some tips.
Yeah. They said the real progressive like bonus ones are no good.
Yeah, they said if you don't plan on putting in a big bankroll, don't even go to those ones that have like a $15 million jackpot.
That, and they also
because your level is too far away from it. Now,
never get it.
Obviously, there's freak things that could just happen, but most likely it's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
So you're better off staying at low-level money machines, maybe just like a $10,000 win.
Yeah.
Not like a $10 million.
Yeah, because they were like, do this machine, that machine. Like, for instance, Buffalo's, if you have 20, like, hey, guys, I don't know if you saw the system, but there's like this system.
Are you
going
to repeat this system?
I'm not going to explain it because I don't really understand myself. But I'm just
These gamblers are going to be like, shut up.
No,
Jim,
well, they probably seen this.
You don't gamble. You don't know
Todd
nothing.
watches all these videos too.
I know.
Todd actually gave me one I stole from him. And one of them came up, and I think it's because we were talking about it. You know, that is.
Listen to this. Sorry, Tess, I got to throw you out there. Tess sent me a picture of her $100 voucher that she brought home, and she called Celebrity, and they basically just told her she's beat.
What?
Kick rocks.
That can't be possible.
Yeah. It's not. It's trash. She's like, it's trash.
Well, wait. What if somebody does a Celebrity Cruise? They can't cash that in on it?
No, it says like the Ascent, and it's like specific for that sailing in. It's like,
what?
That's it.
No, there's got to be something.
You're beat. You're beat.
No.
Isn't that horrible? I told her, I was like, I would be sick.
Text said you send
How
it in or
sick
something.
would I be?
Oh, you would have it. Well, first of all, you would never have done that because you're such a psycho.
I'll keep my $5.
I'll tell you what people do
and make a point to do something.
I understand why she did that now. You probably don't.
Why?
You're probably wondering, like, why would she have a voucher for $100? But this is what I noticed.
No, because she planned on playing it again and forgot.
Right, but this is what I noticed. The people that I'm watching, they do this system that's called, it's like $20 in either 5
back to the videos.
or 10 different machines. So they go up and they bet $20. Once they hit a bonus, they leave the machine.
Well, why do you think that's what she's doing?
Because you know why? These people, all the people I watch that they do gambling videos, they all have all these vouchers. So when they're done, they don't put the voucher in. They take a $20 bill and put it in. They don't use the voucher. They keep the voucher in their pocket. So when they're done, they cash it in. I don't know if that's
what Tess was doing.
I'm not saying that's what she's doing, Michelle. What I'm telling you is what these people are doing.
I know. That's why I said you were going back to your videos.
Something to do with cash that they don't want. They want you to put cash in for some reason.
You're going back to your videos that you're watching.
Well, I just started watching them, and they just tell you what machines to play.
I know.
One of the machines, the lady hit the bonus on the first spin, and she's like, "This is what you would go to if you had $20." But she's like, "You don't go to Buffalo's. You don't go to this one. You don't go to that one."
Yeah.
A lot of them weird ones that you would never play, they seem like the ones that they go to with $20. Like the ones that you're like,
the little ones,
70 things,
the cheese ball ones.
I don't know.
The ones that you think suck, they will be good for you. Let us, because we're low level people, right?
Well, it's $500 or less, you know.
Oh yeah, 500. The guy's acting like he's not putting in a lot with 500. I was like, oh, 500.
Well, he said you're supposed to do a 1% on what you're betting. Like, so if you put $20 in, it's 1% of the $20, 1% of the $500.
Yeah, I don't know. It's scary. Too scary for me.
Yeah, it's too rich.
We were watching it, and I'm like, I would have cashed out 10 times already.
Well, the funny thing is, the one dude that we're talking about, he works on these machines and all. Todd knows what we're talking about, dude with the beard.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I'm going to show you how to like play. Like, no, he has this thing where he's like, okay, so when you get down, say you're betting $500 and you get down $100, then you want to reevaluate your situation. Well, I don't know the reevaluation.
The reevaluation is you talk to yourself. And you
what's
go,
the evaluation?
Do I want to stay or do I want to go?
Yeah, like I don't understand. What am I doing now? I'm $100 down.
Do I need the money and leave?
But in this case, this
or
guy
do I
was
want to risk it all?
Right. He was close to hitting a bonus, remember? So he's like, well, I didn't hit the bonus yet, so I'm going to keep going. I hit the bonus. He hits the bonus, goes up to like $650?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
And then he lost
These people
all the money
aren't watching this. I feel like it's just a matter of how much money you're willing to lose. That's it.
Do you know how many people are watching this video right now that are like, I watch all those people?
I guess.
The only person we know is Vegas Matt. He used to do that bets. You know what he was doing the other day? He was doing $750 pools. Like, how do you even I can't even watch that.
Let's talk about cruising, guys. Okay, what's going on? All these people, their cruise got canceled. Over 1,800 cruise passengers on the P&O Aurora.
Yeah, it was just like 3 ships.
Aurora, I think it's called. They canceled it, guys, the day before on Easter Sunday. No, meanwhile, nothing's open, no customer service.
No.
So they're just like, wait, we're not cruising anymore.
That's wild.
We're not cruising. So yeah, they canceled their cruise. It's an adult only cruise, apparently, cruise line. I guess that P&O.
Yeah.
Is that adult only?
I didn't know that.
I don't know. But anyway, it was from Southampton. Idea. So this happened in England. Southampton, it was leaving. And they said it was because of shipyard delays. I don't even know. Anyway, guys, they got 100% refund and 20%. Stop biting your nail.
Oh, no, I was biting my lip. My lips are so dry.
I know, me too. 100% refund, and they're getting 20% off their next cruise.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's
that's
whatever,
horrible.
but
that's a horrible.
Yeah.
You're talking to vacation. These people might not have.
I don't know.
Some people work hard. They
I think
can't
it's only
take
a
off.
3-night cruise, which is weird to leave on Monday.
Anyway.
But whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, guys.
But then you're also talking about a cruise that that's only
maybe some people like traveled from somewhere in Europe to do this. I don't know.
They did.
Maybe they're not all Southamptonites.
No, you don't know.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good place to go.
Guys, Disney Cruise Line is testing out a new reservation system.
Uh-oh.
They're on their, I think it's called Navigator App, their Disney Navigator App. It's currently being done on the Disney Wish. It's just a little trial. They're seeing how it works.
Yeah,
they can make reservations for the water rides, theme cake decorating, and character meet and greets. So apparently they're trying to move these events to be able to book in the app. So this is a trial run on this cruise on the Wish, and they're going to see if it works. I like it. I mean,
imagine the wars are going to break out for the moms that didn't know.
Yeah, that didn't know about the app. They're going to be like, my daughter is going to take pictures. Cinderella, whether you like it or not.
And the frog princess.
Okay.
Whoever she is.
She is seeing Snow White and all the 7 dwarfs.
Yeah. That's right. All of them.
Okay.
They better all be there, too.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever. We already talked about Tess. Tess, you were next on my list. Did that already.
That's messed up.
Tess is going to be like, why are you telling people? Don't remind me.
Why are you telling people that I did that?
Tess, everyone needs to know these things.
Everybody, we want to know if you think Tess deserved that or
no, she didn't
deserve it.
She didn't
I'm going to say did deserve it.
Tess, you need a redo in the casino. You better tell Dave, like, let's go, Dave.
And that casino was
we need to go back.
That casino wasn't giving no money out. So
no.
For her to get that happening, that is not cool.
Now listen to this crazy thing. This happened. I don't know if this happened last week or when this happened. This 9-year-old got banned.
I heard.
From Carnival Cruise, guys. Carnival Cruises and all of their affiliates. So P&O, Holland America, and Princess. This 9-year-old is banned for life.
What happened?
Listen to this. Okay. The 9-year-old's out and about on the ship. The parents are like, where is he? I don't know if he was supposed to come right back from somewhere or whatnot. They couldn't find him. They're looking for him everywhere. They got other people involved, I think. They were like trying to find him. They found him at the pizza place. You know, the pizza pirate or whatever you want to call it. He's sitting there eating pizza. Okay, we found you. What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure, like, I would have slapped my kid. But anyway, so they went on their way. Okay, that night, and I find out this is kind of weird in the middle of the night. I don't know if it was like 2 a.m. or something. There's knocking on the door. With security. Yes.
This kid did some shit. This kid stole something.
They said they were watching the videos. I think they go back at nighttime and watch the videos for the ship during the day.
I'm still waiting for a couple phone calls.
Yes. So they're watching the videos of what was going on the ship. And guys, this kid, when he was out and about on the town, okay, he destroyed a video game machine. I don't know how. I don't know if he was pouring like water in it. I don't know what he did. I just made that up. I have no idea what he did, but apparently he destroyed video game equipment.
Wow.
Also, he beat up a kid.
What?
He rolled on somebody himself. He beat up somebody.
Psychopath.
Yeah, he beat up somebody.
How old was the kid?
9.
He beat up a 9-year-old?
Okay, the mom was upset. She's like, we're going to watch him. Don't worry. Like, we're not going to let him out of our sight again. La, la, la. Anyway, guys, the night before getting off, a letter came to their door saying they weren't allowed to leave their cabin. They had to stay in there. Like, they were afraid, I guess, last night. They didn't want anything, like...
You got to remember the family and the kid. They're probably going nuts.
Then in the morning, they got papers saying that the kid is banned.
Wow.
He's not welcome back on any of their lines. Huh?
How old? Until when?
I don't know. Just indefinitely, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
Is there like a time limit on that? That's one thing I don't know. Is that time stamped? Is it till he's 18?
I'm
forever?
sure when a kid's like of age to be normal, they'll let him.
Well, listen to what the excuse they were trying to say. Now,
don't tell me the kid's
I'm going to refrain.
Got any kind of issue.
Yes, I'm going to refrain from giving my personal
ADHD.
opinion. But because I'm refraining, you can get what I'm going to say, what I would say.
Yeah. So what you're telling them without telling them? Is what
the mom, yes, I'm saying it without saying it.
Just make a face.
So the mom is saying he has ADHD, of course, and okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
And it makes him just whoop ass.
They forgot to get the script filled, so he's med free.
They should ban.
They should, because obviously you're using medication to discipline and control your child, not being parents.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way I see that. So anyway, they're relying on medication to sedate their child.
There's a lot of people that have to medicate their kids. So
no, well,
okay.
For me, it's a no-go.
So you're just beating the kid's ass whenever the kid's out of control.
You have to teach your children to have control.
All right. But you know what? Honestly, babe, like
doping them up. Yeah. Anyway, let me tell you something. They said they forgot to get their script filled, so we didn't have his meds. So he's all like unmedicated, like out of control on the ship. Well, guess what? They were like, we don't care.
That's crazy.
He's banned. That's like crazy. Neither here nor there. That sounds like a you problem, and which it is.
Crazy problem.
Yeah, which it might not even be true. They might have just thought, oh, we should say that.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Look at the girl with the gun.
Because the times today, I feel like it's something you could say, and they might be like, oh, never mind. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
Right? But nope, they didn't care.
It's wild.
They're just like, here we.
Well,
so yeah, so that's the end of that story. But this 9-year-old kid got banned. Imagine that funny story when you're like a teenager. You're like, you're like, I got banned from a cruise line at 9.
Well, remember, there was always kids like that in your neighborhood.
Yeah, like, there's always kids that got in trouble young, and then they grow up and they're totally fine.
Yeah, like my friends that are all like that, or but they will. Some schools would like pick on kids and like like whatever they did, they would be like in trouble.
Oh yeah.
And then there was the kids that were bad.
And then there's the kids that are bad that for some reason the teachers like.
Some of this thing.
Yeah, it's a little tart, so get ready for that.
I wet the whistle.
So, yeah, remember those kids that were like, did stuff that other kids would get in trouble for, but for some reason the teachers thought it was endearing. Maybe. They'd be like, oh.
Yeah, oh, he's just funny.
You're so crazy.
He's just silly.
Do you remember that?
Maybe. I think the kids in my neighborhood are a little worse.
Yeah, I guess. My neighborhood was a little tame.
But they would do
the worst kids in my neighborhood were the best kids in Jim's neighborhood.
Yeah, I think. Right? I feel like the kids in my neighborhood were like trying to be bad. Like,
I just think there's something in the water over there.
Water? Mm-hmm. It could be. I don't know. We have a different water system.
No, we don't. Just a good excuse.
Yeah, no, something's wrong.
Yes.
Something's wrong.
But anyway, guys, we are fighting to get through this day. And
fighting to get through life.
We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Take the week after the cruise off.
Yes. Take another cruise the week after the cruise, but just make it a sleep cruise.
And I feel bad because other people are back to work.
I know people are back to work. Everyone's back to work.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I bet you 80% of the people in our group cruise are back to work.
Like Todd and Tracy work the next day.
A bunch of people. Tim and Courtney.
They work too.
You told me that. I thought you told me that.
Maybe I did.
I'm sure everyone is. But anyway, guys.
I was in work today going, look at my life. I have to reevaluate some decisions.
Oh my God, you have to step back and reevaluate just like the slot pullers.
I did. First I'm thinking,
guys, the best part about these videos,
$1 if I'm going crazy.
The best part about these videos is he's like, so before you start, pick a number that you're going to stop and reevaluate your situation.
I'm like, I don't really know the evaluation.
So he put 500 in. He's like, I'm going to pick 300. I'm going to pick 300 for my number. So he's just going to play, no thoughts about it, to 300. As soon as he gets down to 300, then he's going to sit back
and evaluate the situation. About it.
Yeah. How are these bonuses going? Do I think that I have a shot here?
Well, it does kind of make sense.
Should I leave?
Because let's say you didn't get a bonus that whole time. I would think a bonus is coming, and I'm getting that bonus.
Okay.
But I feel like
other people like me, I would do the opposite. I would be like, I'm not getting a bonus on this machine. This machine sucks, and I'm leaving. But that's probably not right. It's probably wrong.
Yeah.
It's probably better to stay, right?
Yes.
But for me, I'm like, what if that bonus is like $40?
Yo,
And I already lost all this.
I watched another one. I forget the name of it, but they're Mexican dudes.
For the videos.
And they did the craziest thing. They pulled up on a corner to get like workers, and they took all the 5 workers to a casino, gave them $200 to take home, and then $400 each to gamble. I think it was. And some of them, like the one kid hit like for like $800, like right away.
Oh my god!
I'm like, I would never do that.
That just won't happen. Maybe it'll happen someday.
Man,
if it happens to others, it can happen to us.
But I was thinking, you know what you would be doing if you were one of those people in the corner that was working, and they were like, "Get in," you know, you'd be like, "How do I get the other $400 home?" Because you would feel horrible gambling that $400 and taking just the $200 home with you. Because they gave them $200, they paid them to go with them, and then gave them the rest of that money just to gamble. I was like, Michelle she probably wouldn't want to gamble that money.
No. I'm like, we're keeping it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a come up.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Enjoy your night.
Maybe we'll watch some more videos. I'll have some more stuff to tell you about them.
I'll watch some more tonight. Here we go.